Hello everyone and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program with Kerbal Space Adventures. As you can see, Genevieve, however we want to pronounce it, down there is extremely happy being able to pilot the Dune Tugger, excuse me. Very functional ship, working very well. It has the same issue as the Dune Mover, unfortunately, with the magnet. And I will demonstrate what that issue is. However, it's not as detrimental on this design as it is on the other one, and for that reason this still functions properly. On the other one, unfortunately, with the way it's designed, it is highly self-destructive and will never be a functional ship, unfortunately. Now, I kind of want to aim this thing without having to screw with it too much, so we're going to kind of pull in here between the anthill and the beacon. Kind of running a little low on power. Luckily the batteries are kind of staying up a little bit, but once they discharge, that magnet's going to let go. So let's go ahead and just kind of try to bring it in here as close as possible to where we want it. We'll just kind of start slowing down a little bit. Oh, okay, so there it is. There's our insufficient power. But yeah, if you see where the magnet's hanging right now, if I pull it back, it's not centered anymore. It's supposed to be in there, it's not centered, so it sits down here. On the other one, it actually sits inside the dirt, and so therefore it can actually fling the ship in all sorts of fun and wild directions. Unfortunately, this is a side effect of this that I cannot correct. We are absolutely not going to leave that there, though, but we do have to speed up time a little bit, and that should correct some of those issues. And that'll also get us some of our power back here. We only have the one solar panel, so although this does not drain these batteries as quickly as it could, it does take roughly a quarter of a day to recharge all the batteries. So it lasts a really long time. It's just really expensive on juice. And of course I do only have the one large solar panel up there, so it's not exactly perfect. Alright, so we're good on power. Ooh, we're good on power. Okay. This part takes a little bit of finagling, so I'll do my best to finagle without screwing it up. Or breaking it, or whatever else. No, don't attach to me, damn it. Oh, that was right. Whoops. There we go. Okay, now I should be able to retract it without it doing anything weird. Okay, now holds it in place, and then we very gently move forward. There you go. A demonstration on the functionality of the Dune Tugger. It certainly does live up to its name. Whoa. Gotta be very careful with things like that. We don't want anything ripping off, breaking off, blowing up. Give it a little bit of slack, I think. Okay. And bring the slack back in. I'll gently readjust it. Yeah, it's a little. Every time you detach and reattach, it becomes a little bit more uneven. Alright, so we should be able to just bring this forward. We're going to stop right here, though, I think. That's going to be good enough for now, maybe. Maybe a little bit further. I'm tempting fate here. Alright. A little bit further. If you turn on cruise control, it makes things slightly more stable. Alright, there you go. And we'll just gently stop. Alright, then we turn off the magnet. And we move forward. And then we bring the winch in. Alright. And the winch is in. And then Genevieve's going to go ahead and get out. And we're going to pray. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. We're going to pray that Genevieve will be able to get this thing up on its feet without flinging it into space. So we'll see how well that works for us. Oh boy. Oh, Genevieve, what happened, dude? Genevieve, you okay there, buddy? Are you... No, okay. Looks like Genevieve had a little bit of an issue, so we're gonna forego grabbing at the battery, and we're gonna grab up a little higher. Alright, perfect. Okay, we board. We save. Okay, we have a quick save. We're going to try to put the landing gear down without anything going wrong. And we almost had it. That was closer than the last two. At least the battery stayed on this time. Let's see if we can get it to flop about proper. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Done. Done. I'm sure Genevieve had a very fun time with that. Actually, that is kind of pointed at the garage. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and extend the ladder. And that's going to be exactly where the Kerbal container stays, because we're not doing anything else with it. So let's go ahead and open up these solar panels really quick. Extend panel. Extend panel. Alright, problem solved there. Yay. Okay, so this is in place. Now, as for the duster, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to move the duster from its current location. It is going to have to remain 1.7 kilometers over there. The reason for that being is because of how tall it is, and because I can't put the landing gear down and drag it along the bottom, because the bottom is an engine coupler. Unfortunate, yeah, but for safety purposes, I'd say keep the escape module over there anyway. I could try to have Ronstead lift it off and kind of float it over here like I did with the anthill. But once again, I would absolutely have to do that off camera, because this whole thing is turning into an editing nightmare to keep all of my blips and blops out. But, you know, I'm not going for a perfectionist, of course, but at the same time, it's terrible. But for now, there's a couple of housekeeping things we need to do on this end, and then we're going to have to go get the anthill. We will have to get Ronstead, and we will also have to go get the dune mover. So let's go ahead and get Genevieve in here. So up, up, up. Get inside, gear up. And we'll move Genevieve over to the garage area. Oof. Yeah, I don't know where this major lag crap is coming from, but that is getting on my nerves. Maybe it's all the stuff I have scattered around on the moon, I don't know. Or on the planet, I have no idea. Alright, so we will have Genevieve bring the truck over here to the anthill, because the anthill is technically our garage area. So he will park that right about here. Alright, perfect. Now, from here, we need to do some other stuff. We need to... It's a nice big white blob. We need to zoom in on... See, now this is being called the anthill ship. And that's because it was part of the anthill and then it was detached from the anthill. I think we will rename that. Okay, gear working, perfect. Let's go ahead and rename while we're here. Rename vessel to the KSA anthill ship. Nope, we will call it the KSA beep beep. I always call them beep beeps. I'm just the way I am. The first ship will always be beep beep. So we're going to take the beep beep over, and we're going to get Ronstead, I think. Yeah, we need Ronstead. We need that third part. No, we'll leave Ronstead in the duster for now, because I'm still debating moving it closer. And while he's in there, I can still debate that. If I move him out, there's no more debating. It's going to stay there. But we are going to take the beep beep over to Genevieve, and we're going to pick him up, and we're going to take him back over to the dune mover. And then we're going to move the dune mover over to the anthill along with all the other ships. Yeah, I think it just might be all the stuff out there. Like all the stuff. It's like loading all the stuff. It's like, oh my god, look at all this stuff I have to load. Sorry. It's turning into similar to my space station. where there's just so much stuff out there that the machine's like, I can't do all these things at once, I'm sorry. That's okay, machine. I know you're trying. I forgive you. And I hope you forgive me too. Alright, lots of driving in these episodes. I don't know if that's more or less boring than watching me make maps, you know, mapping my way to another planet. But hey, at least you get to look at a little cute car. Just beep beep. That should be the next mod, I think. They should add a horn. I mean, you could only really hear it in an atmosphere, so, but still, I'd have a horn. Nothing else than one of those classic old squeeze horns, you know, you just squeeze it in Hong Kong. Do it inside the cockpit, if nothing else. Alright. Look at that. Barely even uses the charge. It's loving it. Alright, getting to our destination. All those names all piled up on each other. Yeah, with the way this is working, my editing skills are going to have to increase exponentially because there's so much boring happening. It's easy to cut all the middle bits and like take all that out, but it actually takes effort, time, and thought to cleanly edit what I've been doing in these episodes, which is horrendous. The editing is probably going to be horrendous, but I thank you all for bearing with me while I learn new things. Alright, finally made it to our lag zone. I mean our base. Okay, let's go ahead and slow ourselves down a little bit. So we want to say, open the hatch, please. Perfect. Now we need to get to here, and we need to let Kennedy out. Kennedy, get out. Wonderful. Oop, careful, buddy. Alright, now wander over here. Okay, get in, and then close the hatch, please. Also wonderful, and now we gotta take him over to the dune mover. It's the Camfrid? See, I want to call him Camfriz, but it's Camfrid. It's the Camfrid taxi service. That's what this is. Camfrid's gonna be our taxi. He's like, hey dudes, I'm coming for you. I got you. Don't you worry one bit. Camfrid is here to save the day. No more walking for you. Lots of little Kerbal cars around here, though. We got the Ant, we got the DEMV Mark 1, the Mark 4, excuse me, the Mark 2. Still don't have the Mark 4. Once we get the Mark 4, maybe we'll add it to our collection so we can have the roadster of Kerbal cars out here as well. Although I am loving the Ant, minus its low speed, but then again, it is a two-man little beep-beep car, so can't expect much more than that. Alrighty, here we are. Alright, now this next bit's going to take a little bit of time, so I am going to go ahead and get Genevieve into the Kerbal car here, or into the dune mover. We will rename it while we're here, because that's super duper important. So Genevieve, if you could kindly EVA, little buddy. That's great, thank you. And I'm trying to control him with the wrong buttons. Yeah, hoof it, buddy. Alright, get inside. There we go. Get the gear up. Perfect, okay. So we're going to go ahead and rename this sucker. Rename vessel, yay. And we're going to call it a rover, because it's a rover. And this is going to be our long-range reconnaissance and exploration vehicle, mostly because it actually has the internal generator so it can drive at night as well. So we're going to call it the Mammoth for several reasons. One, because it's huge, and two, because it works. So I'm going to go ahead and get these guys, I'm going to go ahead and get these guys back to where they need to be. Okay, I don't know what the hell's, yeah, that's going to be all weird. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get these guys back over to the base, and then from there we will decide our next move. So I'll see you guys over there. Alrighty, everybody, back at base. We're actually going to take a trip before we do anything else, and Camford's going to go get Ronstead because I checked the fuel levels in the Duster, and they are not high enough to perform a hop as well as get us off the ground. So it's going to be a distance run to the Duster if an emergency occurs, but the Duster is going to remain there specifically to serve as an escape pod for our 3 intrepid adventurers, if such an occurrence is, if something comes up that's needed, or if they just want to go home one day. Who knows? They may explore everything, get bored. Science team may need to come in, and they already have a base established. So these are our first guys. These are the guys who do it first. So yeah, we have that option. But we're getting so much closer to having an established base. We're almost there. All this cleanup, I know it's like, well, why don't you just show us cool stuff? So, because the cool stuff wouldn't take up that much video. You get 5 minutes of here's an anomaly, here's an anomaly, here's an anomaly, and although it would take me a really long time, that wouldn't be fun for any of you, because it'd be like a 3-minute video. Who cares? Plus, you guys gotta see me dragging crap across the dunes, making Nazca lines and crap, yeah. Maybe not so much with the whole driving across the dune sea here, but, at the same time, we're getting prepared, we're getting ready, we have an adventure to figure out, and so that's going to be our next gig. Our next thing is going to be taking an adventure, so we have to get set up and get ready for that. That's going to be our thing. Alrighty, here's the Duster. Like I said, a little far away at 1.7 kilometers, but what if the base explodes? What if there's a large nuclear kablusion or something? Yeah, you never know. You're never quite sure what will happen. So let's get to the right boat, which would be this one. Here we go. We're actually going to rename this really quick. We're going to rename the vessel. It is still a ship, but actually it's a lander technically, and we're going to take that out. I don't know why I left that in there. I think it was supposed to be like that, wasn't it? Is that how I've been doing it? I think so, yeah, but that is a lander, not debris, so so there we go. And so Ronstead, our great and wonderful captain, who's been in communication with Kerbin this whole time, telling them what wonderful things we've been doing out of sight, blowing things up, of course, crashing into stuff, doing things like that, and the like, but doing his thing, and I didn't open the door. Open the door, you jackass. Sorry, sir. Let's go the other way. Can I go the other way? Oh, it doesn't really matter which way I go. There you go. Alright. Open the crew hatch. Please. There you go. For whatever reason, it selects two vehicles at the same time. I don't know. It's being weird. Alright, so we're good to go. So, once again, we're going to drive back over, and I'll see you over there by the base, the actual base, our complete and set up base. Ooh, boy. Yeah, I'll see you there. Okay, everybody, here we are, coming in for our final approach. I know it doesn't seem like much with only these units, but if you remember, we brought all these in separate trips, including this extra one, which wasn't even displayed as a trip. And thanks to the Kerbin government for allowing us to have that, of course. Cost so much extra, but it was well worth it. Okay, now from here, we are actually going to allow our Kerbins to get some sleep. I know that sounds weird, doesn't it? But it's true. We're gonna have our Kerbins come out here for a minute first. So there you go, and then we'll say wrong way. Gonna be, if you'd be so kind as to come on out there, buddy, that would be great. There you go. Alright, gonna be, come on over. Alright, there's gonna be, and then we want to once again find, here we go, and Camfred. Yes, Camfred. Keep wanting to call him something else. I'm not even sure what it is. I just don't want to call him Camfred. Alright, so here it is. here are... Let's get you lined up. If we're going to do a camera shot, we got to do it right, guys. There you go. Like a real crew. So here it is. Here is our semi-complete. I'm going to say semi-complete because this is just the first wave of Kerbals, the first explorers on Duna. So this is our starter Duna base. And on the morrow, whatever the morrow is for Kerbin, we will be beginning our exploration of Duna and its anomalies. And in order to do that, our Kerbin need to get some sleep. So we're going to go ahead and have our Kerbin take a nap inside their Kerbal container. Yep, that is what we're going to do, because that is what we do. And that seems like a good place to end an episode anyway, to allow your Kerbin to take a nap, to rest. Because, you know, Kerbin never get that opportunity. They never get the chance to take a break. I mean, Kerbals just... they do space stuff all the time. They never do anything else. It's like, oh, space stuff all the time. And so because of that, we're going to allow our Kerbin to use their base to sleep, perchance to dream of strange anomalies and other worlds, even though they're technically standing on another world. That's all Greek to Kerbins. Who do they know? Alright, here we go. One more. And I guess I could have a Kerbin stand watch in the control tower, the control setting, but no big deal there. So there we go. All three Kerbin inside and happy and wonderful, and our Duna base chilling out here. So once again, I would like to thank you all for joining me, 4 Kilobytes Short, on this Let's Play of Kerbal Space Adventure on KSP. And I will see you next video.